for joining me again for another Pilates mat workout. My name is Amanda. Today we don't need any props again, just yourself and the mat, and we are going to go ahead and get started down on all fours. So from here we just have our elbows extended underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath the hips. We're going to try to create those nice natural curves through the spine, so we're in a nice neutral position. And then we're just going to start with the cat stretch. So we're going to take an inhale here through the nose. On the exhale, we're going to start tucking the tail, rounding the spine, starting with that lower back, then moving to the middle back, then to the upper back, allowing that head to drop. We're going to stay here and take a big inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to release the tail, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back. We're going through that neutral. And then we continue lifting the chest into supported extension. Let's do that again. Take an inhale here through the nose. On the exhale, we're tucking the tail, rounding all the way up. Using the abdominals to create that movement through the spine. Stay for an inhale. And then on that exhale again, releasing from tail to head. Moving through that neutral. Lifting the chest forward. One more time. Take an inhale here. Exhale, tucking that tail, rounding the spine, moving all the way up. Staying for an inhale. And then on that exhale, we're going to release all the way out, but we're just going to stop in our neutral spine. Keeping the abdominals engaged to support the back. We're just going to move through the shoulders now. From here we just retract, so I'm gliding my shoulder blades closer together. And then I protract, I'm pushing my shoulder blades further apart. I retract. And then I protract, pushing away. That's it. I retract, shoulder blades come closer together. I protract, they push away, but again, my spine's not changing. I'm just moving through my shoulders. And then I'm pushing away. Stopping, neutral, and center. Now from here, I'm going to add in with some rotation. I'm going to bend my right elbow, bringing my right forearm down to the mat. Again, I spiral my spine. And then I bring my left forearm down. Now I push up with my right. I push up with my left. Now I'm going to change. I go left first. I lower left. I switch right. I push left. I push right. Right side. And again, allow that twist through the spine. My pelvis is staying relatively stable. I'm not shifting my body weight front or back. It's really staying even on my knees and on my upper body. One more time each side. Right, left, push up, right, left side, down, down, up, up. Because from here I'm going to lower now, both forearms down. So I'm in this hinge position at the hip. Okay, I still have a nice long line through my spine, and I'm going to work through the lower body. So from here, go ahead, bend your left knee a little more, so you're pulling your heel towards your glute, activating through that hamstring. And then from here, you're going to lift the knee off the mat, and then place the knee back down to the mat. And again, squeeze the glute to lift. And then we lower. Coming down on the forearms, this allows for a little more range of motion, right? Through that hip. So you can really focus on a nice sense of extension, opening up through the front here. And then we tap down. We have 4 more here. This is 4. Down. This is 3. Good. Down, not moving at the knee joint. Just that hip joint. So with that bent knee, that's what's activating the hamstring. This is 1. We're going to hold it right here. Now from here, we're just turning out of the hip. We turn out, and then turned in. So my knee angles out away from the middle of my body, and then comes back to center parallel. We go out and in. 3 more. 3. In, 2, in. This is 1. We're gonna hold it here. I'm turned out. And now I'm just straightening my knee. From here, I inhale, lower. I exhale, lift. Keeping it turned out. I lower, so I'm almost reaching towards that back left corner of my mat. And lift. In, exhale. Good, down, feel that reach through the foot. Good. 4, up, 3, lift. This is 2. This is 1. Bring that leg back to parallel. Bend and pull it in. Go ahead, push back. Sitting on the heels, taking just some of the weight off those shoulders. We're gonna come back, we're gonna repeat this on the right side. So we're coming back to your forearms. I'm just gonna switch my side so you can again see my working side here. Down on my forearms. I bend right my knee. So again, I'm using that hamstring to pull my heel in. Now from here, my knee joint doesn't change from my hip. I pick it up, opening up through the front, and then I tap my knee down. It's an exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Up, down. Staying pushed away from the mat, not sinking into the shoulders. Abdominals supporting the lower back. 4 more, keeping that spine nice and long. In, we reach. In, this is 2. This is 1. We hold it here, turn out and in. I just turn out and turn in. So again, this is just from the hip. My thigh, right at the height of it, stays the same. Outer hip, inner hip. 3, you got it. In, this is 2. In, this is 1. We hold it here. Straighten the knee. I'm still turned out at that hip. Now I tap my toe down. I pick it up. Lower and lift. Think about your foot, right, moving from your glute. So the whole shape comes down, and to lift the foot, lift from that glute. Yeah, so you're gonna feel almost a little more length right through the leg. Feeling that, like you're not moving from the knee, but really getting that extension. This is 4. Open. Good, this is 3. Open. This is 2. Lift. Beautiful. 1. Lift. Pull that knee in. Go ahead and sit back. Reach the arms forward. Get that stretch to the back of the hips, through the shoulders, through the spine. And then we're just going to stack the spine all the way back up from tail to head. We're going to flip around. Right, so we're sitting, knees bent, feet flat. Let's take the hands and just bring them right behind the thighs. From here now, on the exhale, we're just going to roll just off those sits bones. So again, using those obliques to pull up on the pelvis, glutes draw down, getting that flexion through the lower back. And then we're going to return back up to vertical. Put a little pressure into the hamstrings and just lift that chest now up towards the ceiling. So we're just extending. And then we move through flexion, rolling back. We return up, press, and extend. We're doing then we return forward. Lift that chest. One more time, rolling back off those sits bones. And then returning up, press, lift, extend. Come to neutral, arms reach forward. We're going into that half roll back position. Arms reaching forward. I want you again to feel. Make sure that you can maintain the shape of the spine, right? Without feeling any pressure through your lower back. Make sure the feet are staying down. Head is right in line with the spine. From here now, it's small movements. On the exhale, we just scoot. We roll that pelvis back about 3 inches more. And then they come up. I want you to feel that rib cage. Almost hug around the waist a little more, pulling you back to your start position. So it's like lower abdominals rolls me back. Upper abdominals wrap and pull me up. If you see, I'm not changing the shape of my spine. I'm keeping that C curve. I'm almost just thinking about what muscle groups deepen and help me increase on that roll back, and what muscle groups help pull me up. So it's almost like I'm thinking of increasing the roundness of my lower back, increasing the roundness through the rib cage, although nothing is probably changing, right? I'm just maintaining. And up. Exhale, back. Inhale up. 2 more. 2. Good. Up. 1. And up. Grab behind the thighs just to pull the heels in a little bit closer to your sits bones. And then we're going to roll all the way back. We're in an imprinted position. We're going to stop with your shoulder blades just off the mat. And then we're going to circle the hands behind the head. I know, it's a lot of abdominal work here. And then from here, we're not going all the way back. We're just going back an inch. We go back an inch. Exhale, little lift up. Again, we're keeping it nice and quiet through the torso. Lift. You are in an imprint, okay? Here, but try not to really press through the feet. Try not to squeeze the glutes. Try to relax the hip flexors. Feel that pelvic floor gently pulling up, and feel almost like a flattening and sinking sensation of the abdominals as you curl up. Rib cage just opens slightly, then glides down. Open slightly, glide down. This is 3. Lift. 2, lift, 1, hold it here. Reaching those arms straight out in front, still maintaining that imprint. Just the right leg floats up to tabletop. We place it down. Left leg, if you feel pulling through the neck here, go ahead, lower the head. But try to maintain, again, that connection through the torso. Right. Good, down. We switch to left and down. One more time each side. We go right and lower. We move left. Now we're going to hold it here. Now with the legs, it's almost going to be like scissors, okay? But the legs are staying in tabletop. So as we pull the right leg up, we're tapping that left toe down. And then we pass right through. And switch. So just like when we were on our forearms, right, and we were flexing and extending at the hip, keeping the torso stable, it's really similar motion here. I'm tapping down. I'm not moving my knee joint, right? I'm just moving from my hip and tap. I'm keeping an imprinted position, but again, stabilizing my torso against the movement of my legs. For 4, switch. 4. This is 3. Switch. 3. Good. 2. Switch. 2. This is 1. 1. Pull both legs together. Reach those arms up a little bit higher. We're just going to move through the shoulders. You're going to bend the elbows so the hands come towards the sides of the head
Then you're going to straighten the elbows, reaching the arms straight back like you're taking off a top hat. Nothing changes through the torso, rib cage is still gliding down. Then circle the arms, reach them back towards the ankles. We bend and reach. Again, arms don't fall behind the body. Stabilize through the shoulders. Circle around and pull in. It's an exhale to reach. Inhale, circle around. Exhale to reach. Inhale, circle around. 2 more. Exhale to reach. Inhale around. Exhale to reach. Inhale around. From here, let's reach the arms back. Hold it here. Right leg comes down. Left leg comes down. Now lower the upper body, keeping the arms by the ears, and straighten both legs out. We're going to roll up to a teaser. Arms circle out to the side on the inhale, as you nod the chin. On the exhale, we roll through your imprint, coming up to a teaser, bringing that right leg up to tabletop. So again, I stop back at the sits bones, I'm lifting through my chest, and then I begin to roll the pelvis back. Once my lower back hits, I reach my leg long, I circle my arms out to the side, and reach them back overhead. Again, inhale. Exhale, curl my left leg, now comes up to tabletop. I inhale, begin to roll back, and then I exhale, release it all the way down. Inhale, exhale, lift, yes, start to just flow through the body. Reach, and back, left side. Exhale, roll through, lift, good, roll back, one more time, each side, circle knot, curl, lift, beautiful, again, scoop through that lower back, think of how we were warming up, and then reach, knot, curl, roll through that imprint, lift, rolling back, and we circle around. Awesome job. From here, we can flip right over into your side. One arm is straight, knees are bent. We have a 90 degree angle at your hip and knee. We're pulled up through the bottom, lat and oblique. Your top left arm is straight overhead with your eyes straight forward. You should be able to see your fingers in your peripheral vision. Again, so the arm's not falling behind you. We're lengthening it up. And then from here, that top leg, the whole shape. We lift and open. And we lower it down. We lift and open. And lower down. Hip, knee, ankle all stay in alignment. And down, there's no shifting or moving through the torso. And down, we have 4 more here. This is 4. And lower. Again, going back to that external rotation at the hip joint. This is 2. This is 1. Now we bring the leg down so it just hovers off the bottom leg. Then we push it straight out. We push. We bend. We lift. And lower. Again. Press out. Bend in. Lift. Good, down. Again, we press, long line. And in. Lift. And lower. Last time, press. Good, in. Lift. And lower. We press and hold it here. We circle. I want you to not think about being super small with these. Really think about that movement at the hip joint, trying to create a nice circle, getting as much mobility as you can, but keeping a stable torso. 5, reach around 6. Have energy through the legs, 7. Good, 8, reverse. Remember, the hip is supposed to move. It's a ball and socket joint. So it's not supposed to be rigid and stable. We're supposed to have mobility there, coupled with stability. 4. Reach around 3. Good, 2. And 1. Bring that leg on top. We're going to push up. Repeating this on the other side. So we have our knees bent, that 90 degree angle. Head down, long line through the bottom side, arm reaching straight up on the exhale. We lift and open. We lower down. It's an exhale lift. Inhale, lower. Up, beautiful, down. Lift. Good, keeping those hips stacked right over each other, even though we're moving through that top side. This is 3. Lower. 2. Good. 1. We lower just to that hover, then we press it out. We push and pull. Lift and down. Push it out. Connect to the back of the hip. Reach. And in. Lift and down. Again, we press out. Pull in. Lift and down. Last one. Push out. And in. We lift and lower. We press out and stay. We circle around. 8, 7, 6, 5, good, reach 4, 3, keep energy through that leg, 2, 1, we reverse for 8, connecting through the obliques, lifting through the bottom side. Last 4, around 3, around 2, around 1. Holding that knee in, we're going to come on up. We're going to come onto your hands and your knees. We have our knees bent, okay? And we're going to have them turned out, and we're going to lift and be crossed at the ankles, okay? Elbows are in, hands are in a little bit more narrow, okay? And we have a nice long, so we're in that supported plank position, or say a modified push-up position. We're pushing away through the shoulders, okay? Reaching through the spine. From here, elbows are gonna bend. They're gonna come right down, okay? So they're skimming the rib cage. And we're gonna lower the body all the way down to the mat. We're gonna lift those arms up so we're making the goalpost. And then we're gonna squeeze the glutes, try to lift the thighs. We bring them down. Hands come back to the side, like about at your armpit. Connect through the abdominals. We push back up, okay? We bend, keep it slow. Keep the abdominals holding up. We're lowering the body down. Arms float up, connecting through the spine. Squeeze the glutes, lift the thighs. It's not going to be a big movement. Watch that you're not sinking into the lower back. We lower, hands come back. We push all the way up. Again, lowering down. Hands come up. Stabilize, lift, and lower. We push it up. 2 more. We come down. Lift. Squeeze up and down. Hands come back. We push up. Try to move the body as one piece. Last time, coming all the way down.
Lift those arms. We have that long line through the spine. We lift the thighs. We lower down. Reach the legs long. We're going to go ahead and push up and back to your last child stretch. Pulling that belly up away from the thighs, reaching the arms forward. So getting that full stretch through the spine. We're going to take the sits bones, we're going to shift them over to that right or left heel. And then we're reaching the arms just over to the right side. Getting a nice stretch through the lat. And then we're going to come back through to center. Bring those sits bones over to the right side. Reaching those arms over to the left. Once again, coming back through to center. And then go ahead and roll the spine all the way up. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me again. And I hope that you make your way on the mat with me again next week. Thank you.